Hi, so in this video, we'll be talking about currying and how it works. Also, we'll be seeing how DevTools are really useful for debugging and how we can run the curry function through it. So initially, let's start. What is currying? So currying is a method. Actually, it is used in a lot of programming languages as well. Where you can take a function, let's say if I write a function here as, I don't know, hello, and there's something, and when I call it, I'll be able to call it as 1 2, 3 normally. But if I implement currying over this, then this function will be callable as hello, 1, and then I call hello, and on top of that, I call a second argument, and on top of that, I call a third argument. So this is the process of currying. So let's see how it is implemented and what depth and how can DevTools help us understand it. So initially, let's see some points at the DevTools. So this is a snippet. You can always create a snippet by going to this particular area in sources after opening your DevTools, of course. Now, first things first, I pasted a currying code already so that I can show you the execution. Let's add a breakpoint. So breakpoint is a particular area where you can stop the execution of code, means stop the execution at a particular level. So I'll just add an execution on this console.log. Sometimes let me just run this function first so that you can see what is the execution. So first called one is happening, then log a, log b. This is the execution. Means I don't know, like the linear, let's say linear thing which is happening here, linear execution. And yeah, so it's paused and debug. I don't know where. Let's clear it off. Let's add a breakpoint to console.log. And I added a log here. So first thing is this curry will execute, and let's just command enter it. As you can see, curried got executed. Since this is a multi-line execution, the first thing where it stopped was at this line. Now I would like to run the first, um, I would only like to run the first argument. Okay. So as you can see, we have a curry function here. Currying is nothing but a very easy thing. As you can see, it's only returning a initial function, and that function is actually this function is actually a wrapper for an internal function. So this is a sum. You pass this sum to so you're basically making this as a curried way. So you have a curried function already, and you pass a sum inside that. And sum is a function which adds two variables. The function goes inside this, and then the first thing is returned from this function, which is a which is the first argument itself. And then and it is wrapped over another function which is again getting returned. When you call this, this will execute. And this is the second argument itself. So this is not a dynamic code. If you wanted a dynamic code, you might wanted to check with length, args length, and stuffs like that, and then you had to write this code. But I'm just showing you a very easy implementation here. So yeah. So and finally, what we do is we just kind of return that function again with the same values. Like the function which goes inside is returned with the same arguments yet again. The only thing which has been now changed is that they also come with two more wrappers, which are two new functions in here which make them callable. That's all. So if you would like to see it as a as a very easy mental model, just think that if you run this curriedSum, or when you run this, and if you pass another argument into it, the code will execute till this level. And once this part has executed, the code will execute this particular area. Let me show it to you in breakpoints. It will be more clearer. Okay. So here's it. The first call stack is anonymous because JavaScript kind of, calls it in the global level. So that's why you will not know. But if I add a breakpoint here and if I run it, okay, so create some did get called. We are still not inside this one. Okay. Okay. So I'll have to refresh it again because this function has already executed, right? So I would like to, stop at this particular breakpoint. Just refresh it. So I press command enter. Now this is a the call stack is inside this one particular area. As you can see, this got executed first, as we knew. Now let me, uh, take it to a next level. I think the code will come here, so I'll just stop it here. Oh, no, sorry. It will, of course, it will be first called because this just got stored in the memory. So I'll have to add a breakpoint in here, so which I've already added. Now I can remove this because if I keep two breakpoints, it will hit twice at this particular area and this area. I don't want that, so I'll just remove this breakpoint and continue. And now it stopped here. As you can see, the code stopped here. Again, I didn't remove this, my bad. And now it will not stop yet, so I'll have to refresh again and make sure that the code is stopped here. So if I press command enter, code stopped here, called one, and now I would like it to stop here, then I'll press this. Okay, yeah. So the first argument thing. Okay, now if okay, what just happened? Oh, my bad, my bad. I'll have to stop the execution here to in order. Okay, okay. I'll have to run this once more so that I think there's something going wrong in here. Let me just remove the initial breakpoint. See, now it's not stopping at all. Sometimes happened with the snippets flow. Yeah. Okay. Stopped it and ran again. Called one did come. Now I add a breakpoint here so that the code stops at this particular area in the first return area. Let's see. I don't know why it's not stopping. It should have stopped here. This is the ultimate log. Okay, I'll add to all the points. Let's see what happens. curriedSum is getting called in here and it should have stopped here. When I add a breakpoint here, the point is that it should log me this particular thing and only then it should execute. As I can see, there are 4 breakpoints in here. Let me refresh again. Press the command and I don't know what's wrong. Called one. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm running the script yet again, but I'll have to run this in order to show you. Now, as you can see, it stopped at curriedSum. So an anonymous code, and let me just execute it again. Yeah. Now you see it. Like I executed this particular area. So this thing got executed and A did get printed out. My bad. It was actually in this particular area breakpoint. Whenever you get confused with this, you should actually look at this. It will make more sense. As you can see, the code will stop at this area. That is what it is denoting. And it actually completed it this particular area. So this is a confusing part of DevTools. I'm still trying to hang my head around it, but yeah, it will stop at this area. So it's actually a bit. I'm still there to know this thing, but yeah, this is how it works. As you can see, the first thing got printed in here, and since I ran this yet again here, it printed everything. So you make sure you keep clicking this. So refresh again, start the script. After you start the script, make sure you only run this execution. First one got stopped. The curriedSum, this is not a required breakpoint anymore. You came in here, you called the second one again. Now we are at the log, and when we let the log get logged, then you will see the final breakpoint. Script got executed. This was confusing it again for me. So make sure you do not confuse yourself amongst these two. I'll just show it again for my sake. Initially, run the script with command enter. Because this is a snippet, it's very confusing. You basically debug when you don't have this around and you only have it. So that's why it just got mixed up a little. Then you do not need this one. So I'll just go to the next script. You saw log one got created because this call, this particular curriedSum one call got executed. The first function returned and this got executed. And now it will stop at the second breakpoint. As you can see, it stopped at second point breakpoint, and then it also ran this function. That's why it gave me a 2, as you can see, call to got printed here. And last but not the least, it's still stopping at log. If I let the breakpoint go through, it will log 5, give me the curried value of both the both 4 and 1. And that's all. That is how you basically do it. You have a function, you make sure you add the breakpoints at particular area, look at the call stack, look at the scopes, and make sure you look at these because these are really important. This will actually give you the exact area of where the breakpoint is added, and this is where the current breakpoint is at. So what I basically mean is this is the current breakpoint where the current breakpoint is at. I got confused in this. And another thing is you shouldn't confuse between these two as well. So if I have any doubt, let me know. I told you about currying and how the execution actually works. So this is a particular wrapper, another wrapper, which makes it callable like this. That's all. Thank you.